Well, selling the F-35 to Turkey is a very bad idea, primarily because Turkey is no longer a reliable American ally. It has refused to allow the Americans to use Turkey as a springboard to attack Iraq in 2003. It cooperated with ISIS rather than helping the Americans. Nowadays they are together with the Russians and the Iranians in Syria. In addition, if we take a look at the character of the Turkish regime and the Turkish leader, those are basically Islamist orientation. Erdogan is a Turkish version of the Muslim Brotherhood. So giving the Turks this type of capability, military capability, is dangerous because they may do things which are countering American interests, and they may be also a danger to Israel. It's true that they have different plans for the gas in the Mediterranean, because they want the gas to go through Turkey to bolster their position as being an energy bridge between the Middle East and Europe, and to enhance their leverage on the Europeans. But Israel doesn't have to play the Turkish game. We should try to sell the gas directly to Europe, be it via Cyprus or via Egypt, and in order to increase our leverage on European states. I think that Israel is now in the strongest military position than it ever was. Not only because of its own military, but because of the demise of the militaries in Syria, in Iraq, and there is no real conventional force to battle Israel and to produce an existential threat. In past years, Israel has fought small wars against primarily non-state actors, which are a headache and can cause great damage, but they do not constitute an existential threat. If we take a look at the Israeli economy, of course, we see great expansion of the Israeli economy, a very high standard of living, European terms, and the Israeli economy is doing very well. It has removed many barriers to free competition, and of course it enjoys the fruits of its high-tech industry, which brings enormous revenue, and this will probably continue as a result of the good manpower Israel has at its disposal. In social terms, Israel is united. It is a strong society. It is not divided, as many in the press claim. There is great consensus on many issues, including the political issues. There is no longer a discussion what to do with the West Bank. Basically, most Israelis are willing to make territorial concessions, but at the same time the consensus is that Israel has no partner. In the international arena, of course, Israel is doing very well. America is on the side of Israel. The public opinion there is, 2/3 of the American public opinion supports Israel. Israel was successful in forging alliances with Asian countries like India, Vietnam, Korea. It made great inroads, with Australia. And Israel has something to offer to most of the countries of the world, and therefore the bilateral relations between Israel and most countries of the world, with the exception of Muslim and Arab countries, is very good. But even among the Muslim, we see good relations with Central Asian countries that are Muslim. And we all know that the relations with a country like Saudi Arabia have improved because of the threat of Iran. So Israel is a success story, and if it will continue to invest in education, and it will continue to be so for a while. Well, I think that our technological superiority allows us to acquire very accurate intelligence, which is used in pinpoint attacks in Syria with little collateral damage. Apart from that, Israel benefits from the Russian position on this issue. Russia actually allows Israel to operate freely against Iranian targets in Syria because, in its view, there is no reason for the Iranian expeditionary forces and militias to continue to stay in Syria because Assad is winning the civil war.